So today we are going to start with our today's session, that is our reorder paragraph. So what is reorder paragraph? So students, you will have few points are given, that is given in a wrong sequence. We have to arrange it, it is in correct sequence accordingly. So how we can do it? So now we are going to share some tips and tricks. So students, as you can see, there are few points are given. So we have to arrange it according to its right sequence. So how we can predict that which line will come at the first one, which line will come at the second one, and which will be come at the last one. So there are few tips and few things which we need to take care. Now which thing we need to take care? First of all, we have to find out the first line. Now how we can find out the first line among this? So see, for having the first line, the first rule is just look carefully that which one is the introduction line. Now what is the introduction line? So the introduction lines means the line that contains proper name, the line that contains proper introduction, the line that doesn't contain any pronoun or connector at its start. So these kinds of line will be come at the first. Now which connectors, which words I'm talking about? Let us discuss. Which word we are talking about, that we have to take care, and which words which word will give us a clue, that are these words. Now which are these words? Now these words are pronouns. Now what we need to take care, that the words which are pronoun, they will never come at the first line. Why? Because for having the pronoun, we must know about the noun. If we have a noun, that line can be the first line because that basically have the name or introduction, but the line that contains pronoun can never be at the first place, because so for pronoun we must have the knowledge about the noun. So you can see this word. If you can see the word he, she, they, their, his or her, that point will not come at the first place if its name is not given, then only. Okay, now the second rule is, if you see these kinds of connector at the first place of the point, that means that line can never be at the first place. Why it never be at the first place? Because connector means, what does connector means? Connector means it is basically connecting one line to another line. So connector is a between word. So it is basically the connector of two lines. So we have to remember, if we see any connector, any starting place of the line, that means that line can never be at the first place. That can be the second one, third one, or the last one, but it can never be the first one. So which connectors these are? So you can see, moreover, in addition to, in addition, furthermore, and also, neither less, not only this, besides it. Basically these are the adding connector. So if you see these kinds of connectors now, that means we have a knowledge that we have to find out the similar line of a connector containing line, and what we need to do, these line will help us to connect with the other lines. And if you see these kinds of connector, however, on the other hand, alternatively on the flip side, but so these opposite connectors, we must know that we have to find the exact opposite line that will come at the first place, and this connector will come at the second place. Now first place, second place doesn't mean that it will come at the first place of the paragraph. The first place or second place come over here, and the connector containing line will come at the second, yani ki it's second at the in the place of pairing, and the first line will come above it. Is that clear? So these connector will help us in finding out the pair. Basically we have to make the pairs of the sentence. With each connecting pair, we will get the marks. We will not get marks of containing the single words. We will get the marks of containing each pair. Is that clear? This one is a exercise. Now what we need to do, we have to find out anybody's name is given, anybody's introduction is given. So let's see the first line. See, look carefully the first word of this one. Then two astronomers, the Germans and John Skeller and the Italian Galileo, started publicly to spot the Capricorn theory, despite the fact of the orbit it predicted did not match the ones observed. So what we can observe over the first line, the first word is then. That is basically the dependent connector. So what we need to take care of, we have to find out the independent line for the introduction, not the dependent line. So this line cannot be at the first place. Now second line is, his idea was that the sun was stationary. Now his idea, again student, you must know that his is a person's word. For person we are using this pronoun. Now who that person, who is that person? So we can't put this his word also at the first place, because we have already discussed that the pronoun containing lines will never come at the first place. So come to the next one. A simple model was proposed in 1514 by Polish priest Nicholas Capricorn. Yes. So you can see a simple model. Basically, this line is giving us a small sense of the introduction. So we can consider it at our introductory line. So we can consider it. Still, we have one line left. We have to take care of that one also. Nearly a century apart before this idea was taken seriously. Now, what is this idea? Now, this idea means that is also a dependent line. So, we have to take care of the dependent or independent line. So, what we can observe from here, that this one is the only independent line. So, which line is independent? That will come at the first place. A simple model was proposed. A simple model means that line will come at the first place. Yes, a simple model was proposed in 1514, that is by the Polish priest, that is Nicholas. So this line will come at the first. Now we have to take care of the last word. Now last word is a name of a someone. Now for name we will use the pronoun he, she, his, her. If it is given in a male form, then we can use the word he or his. If it is given in a female version, that way we can use the word she or her. Now if this one is a male, so your first line will become this one. After that your second line will come this one, his idea. Whose idea? Nicholas' idea. So we have to see carefully that which one is a independent, which one is a dependent of that independent. So this one is independent and this one is dependent over it. His idea means that Nicholas' idea was that the sun was stationary, that sun was still, and at the center, and all the planets were moving around it. Is that clear? So basically this pair is very clear to us. So this place will come at the second place. Okay, now what was his idea? That sun was stationary and planets were revolving. That was the idea of the Nicholas. Now we have to find out the another dependent line, that which line will depend on the same. See, his idea. Now nearly a century passed before this idea. Now which idea they are talking about? The idea that sun is stationary and the other planets are revolving. This means that firstly he proposed the idea, means he invented the idea. Okay, after that he gave the idea in the brief that the idea of sun was stationary, and after that nearly a century back, this idea, means his idea was taken very seriously. Now who has taken his idea seriously? These two astronomers, that is Jones and Galileo. Now these two astronomers took his idea very seriously. So what your sequence will be? Your sequence will be this one. A simple idea was proposed in 1514. Simply, basically in a clear language, the introduction is given, the name and the proper introduction is given. After that, for this word we have the clue of this word. For Nicholas we have used the word his. His idea was, whose idea? Nicholas' idea was that sun was stationary, and nearly century passed. This idea, which idea? The idea of Nicholas. Nearly a century passed, his idea was taken very seriously. Now, who has taken his idea seriously? These two astronomers. Yes. So we have to find out the correct sequence, that what will be the introduction, what will happen next, and what can be the conclusion. So these kinds of things we have to take care for correcting the reorder paragraph. Hope this exercise clear to you. Thank you.